Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where my voice is still not exactly back to normal, but we'll proceed forward here regardless. We are currently losing this war. Technically. We are actually winning this war, believe it or not, but we are technically losing this war. We're going to win it, 100%. So we're going to tick on forward here. And we win a battle out over this way. I want to continue to pursue these guys northward here. We can even force march up over this way. And I think that's not a terrible idea. Yeah, this is a reasonable place to attack. It's slightly exposed. They have enough forces to push us out of here. We'll see how that ends up going. But for now, I want to push northward here and clear up as many of these units as we can. We are, of course, continuing to take back territory out over here as well. We can't go into the shogunate, but they can. That's strange. Okay, that's not normally how that would work. But we'll progress forward up over here instead. I guess that's fine. And these guys are just going to continue to push it. Perfect. So we do catch a reasonably sized Scandinavian force here. There's actually a fair number of Scandinavian units running around over here, but it looks like they're not willing to give battle with us. Okay, I like it. I do see additional forces heading southward here. That's fine. We've got armies down here, so that's absolutely a-okay. We are completely content with that. We have free force march, right? At this point, yes, we do have free force march. So that's all good. No problem there. I want these guys to continue to progress. Yep. And we're going to continue to push in over this way at this point. So we're continuing to fight the Scandinavians up over here. They're down to 231,000 troops now. Perfect. Infiltrators from Scandinavia and Oldenburg were found. I'm not shocked about that at all. I want to come over here and fight this Scandinavian force. That would be ideal. And we're just going to... Oh, they really are not happy about this. They just dipped down into low war enthusiasm. Now, there's a lot of Scandinavian armies up here, but I don't think it's enough to push us out of here at this time. And we're going to fight another large chunk of them. This is like 10% of their remaining army. This is another like 20% of their army. So that's 30% of their army right there. Probably a little more, actually, looking at that. Oh, they're... in a war with Scandinavia. Right, they're still in that war. That's why they have that access. Now we have access as well, though. So that's fine. We're going to head in over here and kick them out of here. Perfect. So we do win this battle in Circassia. These guys are heading up here. We did not catch their main force there. We do see that they are moving reinforcements up here. We might not have enough forces as they trickle these in. We'll see how that goes. Actually, this is looking really good. They're trickling these in very rapidly, though. Oh, we did win the battle just in time there. If these guys had reinforced before this battle ended, that could have gone very poorly. But as it is, it went very well. So that is excellent. That was down to the wire there. No doubt about that. I do want to bring these guys northward now. And we do have the ability to grab a diptech at this point, which I absolutely want to do. And we should be getting Miltech 31 very shortly here. So that'll be great. We do need a little bit more military power for that. We should be able to store enough for that now, though, right? Yeah, 1026. So that'll be great. I want these guys to continue to push up over here. You can cap this back. That's okay. Beyond this, I want to continue to press into Scandinavian territory here. Now, I've scoped out what I would love to have our final situation end up being. We can't claim this. Okay. I'd like it to be like this. But some of this would end up being flipped to Nogai, specifically these three. So we would flip this over to Nogai right now. And you're going there. Okay, you can go there. You can go there. You are there as is. Yeah, that all looks good. No problem whatsoever there. So we're continuing to do battle with the Scandinavians up over here. We could lose some legitimacy or some stability here. I'm going to lose the legitimacy, and we did just lose this army leader. Now, this army is still in reserve, so that's actually fine. We could recruit a general. That would delay our next Miltech, and we might not want to do that at this time. Can we grant generalship from the emirs? No. But what we could do is we could have our ruler take this over. That would be an interesting thing. Our ruler's not great in administration. Or we could just leave this army be for the time being. I kind of want to get that Miltech, so I think we'll wait on that. I feel like having the additional Miltech would be very useful, especially now that Scandinavia is on par with us for Miltech. So we're just going to bring these guys northward for now. Cool. And we should be seeing them reaching the end of their ticking war score fairly soon here. 41.4 more for taking their capital. Honestly, I don't know that we get to their capital. We'll see. But I'd be a little bit surprised if we did. Okay, I want these guys to move up. And we should probably take these off of Force March at this point. I don't think there's any point in having them not recovering. So, I mean, they only recover when stationed, right? But I don't think that we need to Force March anymore. Things are definitely turned around in terms of the war for us, and we don't really care that much. I'm going to bring this army up over here. Actually, we'll just park it there since that's the path it's taking. Okay, this looks fine. Moving more towards mysticism. That is ideal because we just ran out of manpower. But that should give us enough mysticism. Boom. 114,000 more manpower. Beautiful. Absolutely magnificent there. I want these guys to head up to, like, Vladimir. I want these to push in over here. You can come up over this way. Something like that. These guys are about to finish up this occupation. They can head up over here. And you guys can head up, like, over this way. Cool. So I want these to switch over to Nogai. You as well, actually. So we'll flip these to Nogai. Perfect. Anything up over here that Nogai wants? Not really. Okay. So that'll do for now. I want to make sure that these are going to Nogai. And that as well. And that frees us up a little bit here in terms of how much this is going to cost, right? So that's absolutely fine. We can grab something like this. This would be a magnificent claim for us. I don't know that we get this. But this would be amazing. Absolutely phenomenal, in fact. Scandinavia would be very upset about it, but why would we care? So that's absolutely fine. Okay, I was going to say, were they just trying to attack us with one unit there? No, they decided that was a bad idea. That's probably for the best for them. So we're still negative in terms of our war score here, but we have brought it up to -6 at this point. And this is entirely due to ticking war score at this time. So that is because we don't control their capital, and again, we're not likely to. But that, I believe, caps out at -20? I think. So that's absolutely fine. We're going to get some sieges underway here. We definitely need to get some of those going. And I do see this army out over here. If they come down this way, I'm going to intercept them with this force. I don't want them to come down here. Oh, awkward, this fort. Yeah. That would be the case. Okay, well, we're just going to head down this way and see what we can do. We'll try to cut them off down this direction in Venice, in this Venetian territory here. So we'll head over into Zaporizhia and see what we can see. They should be around in this area. Yeah, so we want to cut them off over here. And we can come up over here and fight them and then come down and chase them. They're going to be heading down this way. And that is to be expected. Now, we're capped on military power, but we can absolutely get ourselves a Miltech here, and that's so important. We get a 50% supply limit bump from that. Oh, that's so good. That is so, so good. We need to continue to press in with all of these armies, of course. And we're just going to kind of do this across a pretty broad front here. It'll take them some amount of time to get moved, but that's fine for now. Okay. So we're going to fight at least some of these forces. Okay, they force marched up here, and that's very interesting. We have rolled incredibly badly here, I think. Our morale is similar. Our tactics are similar. Theirs are slightly better. But we have the numerical advantage, and we lost here pretty hard. This is in steps, so it shouldn't have been that big of a issue, but we did get -1 from the crossing. So they force marched to get up here. That's fine. We'll retreat. It's not a big deal. It really, really isn't. They can't replenish these forces, and we can. They are currently at 230,000 troops. So they are definitely trying to swarm down this direction. They also headed around this way. That is noted. We should probably pull a couple of armies southward in order to help deal with this. So we'll pull 2 armies out of our northern push here, and that'll be fine for now. We're just going to continue to press in over here and take what we can. These forts are what really needs to go at this time. So we really do need to start pushing through these forts. We can definitely make our way up over this way. And that's indeed exactly what I want to do. Okay, these guys are heading south. These guys are heading south. These guys are going to need to be repaired, but we're going to bring them south as well. Is Oldenburg interested in exiting this war with a white piece? Not yet. Okay, that is noted. So these guys need to head south here. And I think all of them are going to be coming around this way, is my guess. But that's fine. That is absolutely a-okay. So at this point, we want to bring these guys around here. We absolutely do need to get some of these sieges underway, right? Getting these sieges done and getting pushed up to where these forts are is going to be a very, very big deal here. So I want these guys up over here. I want these guys up here. I want these guys up over this way. Okay, so we're just continuing to push in here. We do see some Swedish forces down here. In fact, quite a number of Swedish forces down here. We can bring these guys around. This force might get kicked out again. We'll see how this goes. But we knew that the bulk of their forces were going to be down here. We're just holding them in this position for right now until these guys arrive. So we're going to retreat this force down to, say, Tikrit here. That's fine. And these forces are working on pincering their way in here. So we'll see if we can catch any of this. It looks like we are going to. And that's magnificent. They simply don't have the ability to hold off this force. These guys were already weakened. That's reasonably okay. So we easily win this engagement. I'm going to send this force down to deal with Oldenburg's forces. There's not actually that big of a concentration of force down here. So that's okay. We're going to continue to press in over this direction. These guys can push up something kind of like that and just steadily press in. So we're currently lacking like 80,000 manpower, right? And we're still at negative war score here, which is very, very sad. -21? It must be 25. That's the ticking war score cap. We could actually check. We could check here. I'm going to make a save, and I'm not sure what the actual cap on that is, but we can check by going into Scandinavia here. I'm going to guess at their country code. It's probably SCA. We can find out. And the only thing I'm going to do here is check to see how much more ticking war score they can get. We're not going to tick forward. 3.8 more. Okay. That's what I thought. So it is 25 then. And what are we? TRN? No. What else would it be? TRS? Oh, we don't have this selected. TRS. Tag TRS. Yeah, we're TRS. Okay, good to know. So that is absolutely fine. And at this point, we can continue to push forward over here. We didn't make any changes. I just wanted to check to see what that actually was, because it's kind of confusing when you view it from our end, but from their end, it's very clear. They can get 3.8 more war score from that. So they're almost at their cap from ticking, so that's absolutely great. We are starting to take a fair amount of territory out over here at this point, of course. We are wanting to exit this war fairly soon. There's no doubt about that. But honestly, they want to exit the war probably more soon. than we do. I want to bring this army northward for the moment. And we'll see where they're going to end up being. I think they're probably coming around this direction, but we have forces heading in over here. These guys, for the time being, we may want to just have them drill. They're pretty weakened, and it's probably going to be a while before they start to get any reinforcements, to be honest. We've got these guys up here all taking attrition. That said, attrition amounts are going to be quite a bit lower now that we got that fancy new mill tech. So there is that. We can come in over this way, and we are starting to see that these forts are close to falling. In fact, there's Vladimir falling right there. And there's a peace offer from Scandinavia. They're offering us a white peace. We decline that. Of course, we're going to need 10% war score in order to actually force any peace here, right? So it's going to be a little bit yet at this point. We can see that Scandinavia is at 254k troops. They're apparently building up quite a lot of manpower. Interesting. They're investing it very, very rapidly into rebuilding their forces, whereas we are investing ours into sustaining our forces. That is a fundamental difference. No doubt about that. So I'm going to finish up this siege here, and I want to go eliminate this Swedish? Apparently this is a Swedish army now. It's a Scandinavian army, of course. And we're going to head down over here. I want these guys. Ooh. We see a fair amount of Scandinavian forces up over here. Okay. Let's move some men up. We're going to catch this force here. I'm going to let this finish. Okay, these guys decided to leave, which is probably smart, but we can still catch them there. So that's perfect. We can continue to push in over this way, and I want to continue to press towards the fort at Rzhev. So that is indeed going to be the goal. These guys, I want them to head up to Mazir and start sieging down that fort. So we're currently fighting here, and we see more Swedish reinforcements on the way in. That's fine. These guys have started getting some reinforcement, and I'm going to... more mysticism here. Yes, please. And this missionary is now no longer able to do things. We just finished up that siege. Yes. Which one of these is no longer doing things? This one. Okay, there we go. So that's absolutely fine. We are going to look to bring these guys up, but I think that we're okay over here. Yes, we should be okay over here. Beautiful. So we did just finish up our siege here. Finishing that siege is a very big deal. And we're just going to continue to press through over this way. There is a lot of territory to be taken over here. It's wild that we have this much occupied and we're still at negative war score, for the record. That is absolutely wild. So we're going to be fighting this Scandinavian force, and we easily win that. We lose our theologian here, and we almost certainly want an additional one. This guy would probably come relatively close to paying for himself, and that seems good. So we win against another Scandinavian army down there. That all seems great. And we're going to continue to press in the north here. So I want these guys... We're going to want to... I'm just thinking about how we want to continue to progress here. Well, we're going to want to get a bunch of sieges underway, but sieges are going to be expensive for us in terms of manpower. There's no doubt... Ooh, they're down to 173k now. Okay. They're taking huge losses. Are they still fighting the shogunate? No, they're not. This is the only war. Fascinating. So that growth that they were doing was unsustainable, perhaps mercenary-based? I think it's likely mercenary-based. And they're probably running out of money now. We can see that their corruption is currently 2. That's probably what was going on. Okay, beautiful. We love it. So at this point, we did just lose a military leader up over here. We'll have to wait for this to finish capping. We absolutely want to have a new military leader here. So we'll recruit this guy in, and it'll be you. Perfect. I want to push down and start up a siege over here. I want these guys to continue to take over territory here. We're only at -2 right now in terms of the war score. So the war score is absolutely turning here. We do see that they have some forces up over here. I'm going to move these guys up. And these lads, we're going to need to deal with all of this nonsense up here, right? That is absolutely going to be necessary. But this is a big war. No doubt about it. This is absolutely an enormous war. But this was always going to be the case. Like, Scandinavia was our biggest rival up over here. No doubt about that. And we are making extremely solid gains against them. Ottoman pretender rebels over here. It's very rude. Are you guys just passing through? Oh, they're just passing through. It's fine. I don't mind that. So in that case, we need to take back some of this territory over here, which we definitely will do. I want these guys to continue to press in up like over here. Okay. And what are you guys doing? Nothing at all? Okay, continue to head over this way. So this fort's at 0% right now, and we have a breach. That's going very solidly. I don't want to be doing too many sieges at once because we will take heavy attrition doing that. So we'll try to avoid that for the moment. Keep in mind our manpower is in a slightly precarious situation. So we'll continue to push forward here, here, here. That'll all be fine. Down this way, we can move these guys back. This force is just going to be holding in this area for the time being, making sure that they're not coming down over here. Ah, Oldenburg is attacking up over here. Is Oldenburg willing to exit this yet? They have 16 reasons? Okay, so no then. In that case, we should move this army up over here. And yeah, I know that Sweden's probably just coming down this way. As we get these forts under control, their ability to do this will diminish. So that's great. I want... Oh, where did we just lose that general? Here? Oh, that's awkward. Okay, so this is where a siege is. I need to send this unit back to an occupied territory then. And I want these guys down over here where they can get into this fort location very, very quickly. Okay, we'll continue to press in over here. Okay, I see the Scandinavian forces over here. We lost another general over here. Rude. We're losing a lot of generals. Okay, that's a really solid one, though. And we'll recruit 2 new generals. Those are both really good generals that we just got. Honestly, I'm going to call that an upgrade. And we're just going to continue to press through over here. Now, this force here, I want to attack here. We lose the stability there. Okay, noted. I want to attack here. -3 at this point. I mean, the ticking war score is capped out, right? But that is probably because they are kind of flooding in down here as we're tied down by these forts. That's almost certainly what's going on there. And for right now, I want to move this army up. And I want to potentially back off on one of these forces, like this one over here, to help deal with this territory. Okay, so we're going to end up doing some fighting off over here. Yes, we're going to catch these guys. That's okay. And yeah, Scandinavia's doing, like, this awkward loop-de-loop over here. Very awkward indeed. We're going to continue to deal with this territory down here, but what we need right now is to catch one of these forces. So these guys are heading up over here. We can absolutely head up there ourselves. And for now, I want to head up this way. We do see a large amount of Scandinavian forces on the way over here, so I'm going to let this finish, force march, and we're going to head up over here. Actually, I think we're too late. Yeah, we're too late. We're going to pull these guys back a bit. These guys are probably going to end up having to retreat here, because there is a 60k stack here. So we'll just retreat right now. And we'll pull these guys all out to Viborg for the moment. And we did win the Siege of Mazer. That's good. We're very, very happy about that. That frees up one of our forces here. And in fact, we should probably send one of these forces back over here to help deal with some of this territory. Because there's a lot of tiny little forces running around over here. There's no doubt about that. I want these guys to head up over here and deal with some of these. And then these guys can start to head northward. The bulk of the Scandinavian army is up here, and we can group our forces together here to deal with it. It's not actually a problem. So we can bring these guys up over to here. And we have this force on the way up as well. These guys, on the other hand, they are going to look to clean up some of this backline stuff. We do see a battle going to happen here, and that should be relatively okay. These guys are going to want to head on over here and catch something over this way. I'd love to get Oldenburg out of this war. They're not willing to do it yet. But looking at these troop counts over here, we should be completely safe to continue to stack wipe over here. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Austria declared on Salzburg. Okay, that doesn't really affect us in a meaningful way. How are they doing at this point in terms of troop count? 212? Sure. Okay, so we are, at this point, piling the forces in up here. And we have the numbers to win this one. So that's perfect. We win that battle relatively easily. I'm going to send this force down here, and I'm going to send this one with them. These two are just going to head up over here like this for now. Okay, and there are still a lot of units down over here, right? So we definitely want to get that all taken care of, but we've brought this back to even at this point. So we want to continue to push through over here, get these sieges done. I can't believe that this is what the map occupation looks like, and we're at 0% war score right now. That's kind of insane, for the record. But honestly, it does make sense. It does make sense. Like, I get it. But we are winning this war. Handily. They're down to 153k troops now, and they really, really can't keep this up. They're taking loss after loss after loss, but it'll be a while yet on this war. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.